but we're going in there. That much is clear. I haven't tried something here. Talking to Jaheira. Oh, I can't right-click. I can't... Yeah, let's go.
There will be time to talk when all of this is done.
Wise words. Also, autosave. That was an autosave. We have a... Shift-C.
Should mind my step.
I heard that. No, it's just doggo. Okay. Whew.
My feet can carry me.
We have a Merculite Scourge over here, which is a +1 flail. Just normal. It's not particularly interesting. I know it has a bunch of added damage, but that's just me. Don't worry. And what else we have? Just things that we saw before. Charcoal. A necessary staple of any component pouch. Well, yes. I don't know what it's used for. I forget exactly the details. One of the things, whenever I play a spellcaster, I get one of those items that you can get that just at the start, the character creation anyway, that can just get you all of the components, all the normal components. So yeah, what do we have? And if you don't know what components are, that's basically spellcasters or any spell really. It doesn't. It's not just for wizards or sorcerers. Any spell has the potential to require a component. While some spells don't require a component, or require just air or something like ridiculous like that, that could be removed from you if you're in a vacuum. There's spells that create vacuums and stuff as well. But they also may require a somatic component, which is your motions. So if you're bound, you can't cast a spell if it requires a somatic component, and a verbal component as well. So if you're silenced, you can't cast those spells as well. Or, there's feats that allow you to get past. But anyway, I shouldn't go there. I'm sorry. I need to do a circle. Because we know the dog is here. But is anybody else here? And of course, this place could have loot. It doesn't. I've been here, but... Squire?
I have something to ask.
Her mournful eyes take in every detail of the room, but the hound looks right through you. She's lost in thoughts and memories.
Oh, we're definitely talking to her. There's definitely something going on with her.
I know the battle is outside, but there's peace here. And I'm tired of fighting.
That is a fair situation. Anyway, that is everything that exists in this level. We will go in.
Anything of use?
No. Don't loot that. You just go in.
You. What have you done? What have you done to me?
I don't know. It's just actually, I don't know. Melodia wanted more for you than this, Ketheric. Stop, and you may redeem yourself yet. May he, actually? I'm willing to spend inspiration for this. I didn't need to. I rolled a 4 on... Oh my god, on inspiration. Let's go.
There is no redemption, can't you see? It is too late. If Melodia could see all I've done, she'd know. She'd know her husband died long ago with Isabel. Unlike Isabel, he could not be brought back.
Well, yeah, that's actually a good point. There's no redemption. That's very true. Nah. So you'll continue this spectacle of violence. To what end?
This is no spectacle. This is payment. My life was dismantled piece by piece. First, my wife was taken. My wife. And then my beautiful daughter. My life was forfeit. Gone. Finished. And when I tried to buy it back, it cost me everything. Everything. We are copper pieces in their belts. Tokens to be traded for scraps. You have beaten me, true soul. But the gods beat me first.
In the belts of the gods, I think that's what he meant. Anyway, it isn't too late, Ketherick. Your story doesn't end here. Shadowheart approves.
Ketherick Thorn!
Aelin.
Rise, you dog. Retribution has come, and her sword is my sword.
Aelin. Actually, and mine. But we found an amulet downstairs that had an A plus an I. At the time, I didn't even figure out that I could be for Isabel. But A is for Aelin. Aelin is an Isabel. Wait. Ketherick has surrendered.
Ha! Ketherick Thorn would sooner die than lay down his rank cause. Isn't that right, General?
I was a fool to hesitate. Power like mine cannot be hidden, cannot be cowed. But power like mine has a price. A price I am destined to pay. You have one last chance to bow. Once it's gone, I'll have no choice but to destroy you both. Do you hear? Bow! The prison. You've had it all this time, you worm. You will bow before me. And if you will not bow, you will break.
He will crumble at the power of your touch. Give him all you have. The gods fight at our side!
All right. Dame Aelin, Sword of the Moon Maiden. So she's an Aasimar. She has quite a lot of strength. Well, she's just a normal person. She's not supernatural. Well, she isn't. She's Child of the Moon Maiden. Blessed with the favor of a goddess, Nightsong cannot be permanently killed. When unconscious, the start of her next turn, she... that's a typo. At the start of her next turn, she recovers 1 hit point, which brings her back to life. Alright, that's interesting. It's important to know as well, because she may be the target of their damage. We also have Suzdera over here, who is a human. And that is that. She may be a cleric. Minister of Souls. Grave magic. Extra attack. Ooh, nasty, nasty. So she's not a cleric. She may be a paladin or something. And then we have some necromites at the side, which I think a turn will take care of. And I probably will do that right away. Actually, depends. Yeah, the size of my turn isn't... Oh, it is enough! Let's go into overview. It is not enough. Okay. So I will turn one side. They... Oh, that's me assuming that the necromites are actually easy to turn. I probably should check. They do not have turn resistance. Also, they would need to see me. They need to see me for me to turn them. That's pretty important. So I will go here. Does that work? Yeah, probably does. Let's go. All right, turn. Perfect. Let's give it a try. 30%, that's normal. That one didn't turn, the other ones did. And it did damage as well, because that's what Turn Undead does. And we could... Well, I haven't actually looked at Ketherick Thorn here. He's got a shield that looks like the Shadowheart's, actually. The same thing, except he's got that thing over there. I probably will not be getting his stuff. He's resilient to normal damage, necrotic damage as well, so that's kind of crappy. Immune to poison. Is he actually undead? He is undead. Oh yeah, it makes... Well, it makes sense. because, you know, we saw him regenerate. But I suppose he could regenerate. It's all magic, right? He could regenerate anyway, right? Even if he wasn't undead. He's got extra attack, Fey Ancestry. That's because he was an elf, I think. It doesn't say over here, though. It may say... No. Either way. He's got Immutable Form. Oh, it's just a +5 saving throws against spells that would remove it from this plane. Huh? It's not even an advantage, it's just a +5. Improved Divine Smite, so Magical Plate. All incoming damage reduced by 2. And Reaper's Rigidity. When activated, you can't be moved against your will, and... Oh, it needs to activate. It's a passive. It's probably activated by any spell or action, but you have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. And Shield Bash as well, which we know does not do anything because it's broken. So, getting... let's see. These guys are probably going to be bludgeoning... Yeah. So I will make a bludgeoning weapon right there, I suppose. That thing goes at the end. That's fine enough. We don't need to worry about that. Then we have Astarion. Astarion doesn't have his teleport anymore. And cannot go there. Can't jump too high either. There's no climbing thing. We're atop the... We're atop the tower. Could we have come here before? Well, we're here. So, yeah, Astarion may actually... It's wasted, though, shooting these things. So I'll just shoot you instead. I have advantage because of the initiative bonus. So, die. That wasn't very good. Oh, is it because... It didn't crit, that's why it was. It's just a 5d6. Right. Alright, so that is that. Do you have... Yeah, you don't really have resistances, so... We'll see how things go. I want to get you into sneak, because that way I get advantage. And I may as well just hang out back here and be like, aha, you don't know where I am. And they don't.
On my feet.
They do not know where I am. So, not attacking Catherick at the first turn may be about to bite me in the ass. We have all in, and I will do all in here. I will not crit. I will save that for Catherick. Because observe, right? Because observe. And then I'll just shoot normally. No crits. No kill either. I'll do my offhand. Should be enough. Yep, that's a land. And that's a kill. And then I have my extra attack, which I can use over here. No crit. Does a little bit of damage, but that's just normal damage. Okay. And then I can't hide or anything. I'm just going to hang out right here. Oh, and Jaheira can go. Okay.
But not today.
Not today, no. Hopefully not. Alright, so we have Entangle. Entangle is an interesting thing. I still don't know what these guys are, but they're probably spellcasters. Can you cast that up there? Saved versus Twisting Vines? That's kind of expected, honestly. Just gonna hang out back here. She's too...
Where do I go from here?
Too weak. Well, wait. Oh, it's my turn, right. For a moment there, I thought I was controlling Aelin. They were turned. You didn't need to do that. Target priority, Aelin. Target priority, my god. She was slain by... The Necromite was slain by Holy Light. Alright, and now we have Gale. Now, Gale could do many things. These guys are... It's bludgeoning. Right. Okay. So this is just force, not actual bludgeoning. So I'll just attack you there. 21 health. And back off. We don't need... We can let Catherick come to us, I think. And the Necromites. Wait. Oh, they're attacking my spiritual weapon. What do you do? What do you do? Do you get entangled? No, he jumps. They're smart. Unfortunate. Moonbeam. And get hit. Okay, Catherick is coming for Gilladel. Deadly Orders.
Focus your attack, soldiers.
Oh, that's the soldiers are gonna attack Aelin. No, they don't focus. They run away. Was that the last two? I think that was the last two. These guys are they had their turn. Let's see. Deadly orders. Affected entity was ordered to attack a specific enemy. It is more likely to target this enemy in a... No, that's... I can't say I understand. I must say this. It is real. I cannot say that I understand. Alright. Aelin is still mixing up my things. This guy... Yeah, I didn't see that he has 22 armor class. That's not a big deal because magic is going to be where it's at. And also I have disadvantage because I'm close. And also I am... Oh, there we go. 84. We just go for it, right? 32 damage. Very reasonable. Perfectly acceptable. I'll yeah, get back there.
Another fight.
Alright, so...
Let's go.
I'm not engaged. And I'm also... I'll just pull you back over here. 30. But that's because I have the all-in 55. Totally reasonable. Totally reasonable. He's undead, so a lot of my special abilities probably don't do much. He also has Aura of Hate, I just now realized. The Paladin and any nearby fiends and undead deal an additional 5 bludgeoning damage to damage dealt with melee weapons. They don't deal damage to damage, but sure. Alright, that means... Yeah, these kind of suck. I'll just go for it. I could reapply my Hunter's Mark on him. Because I should, actually. Because I'm not gonna do the sharpshooter thing. Although...
I'm ready.
He should be threatened. He needs to be threatened. He is threatened now, and that way I have advantage.
These days.
No, it's the same. Really? I don't get it. No. What? Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. It doesn't matter. We'll attack. And I think that's the only option we have right now. We have a critical. Sure. Dealt a little bit of damage. Not too bad. That was my extra attack. That's alright. And then you, I will worry about you in a little bit. We have... Not Entangle. I mean, I could try casting it Entangle again. But he's gonna jump. So... Oh yeah, these don't have effect on undead. They used to actually do damage to undead. Oh, she does have Wild Shape. Oh, but we've seen what happens. Halcyon... I've seen what happens. I will not use Wild Shape. Let's just leave you there.
Let's end this.
And you likely can cast 75. Let's go. Save. That's fine. Abjure slow. A miss. And now we have the actual damage dealer here. We could go with high level. What kind of high level do we have? Well, we can cast a lot of things. We can polymorph, but I don't think I have any damage dealers at high level. Honestly, the best thing I could do is haste. But we have low level. Let's do magic missile. Yeah, that was not worth it. Because we got a counter spell against reach from beyond for not too good. Oh, it's an Acromite. Oh yeah, don't do that. Do protector though. There you go. And you take damage. Psychic backlash against. That's quite a lot. Blinding smite.
Enough. My lord beckons me.
Your lord?
You must return to your prison, and my daughter must be reclaimed.
Your daughter? Isabel.
I told you we were gonna get a Kraken. That's not a Kraken though, is it?
You will fall as sure as she. This has only begun.
That tentacle was colossal. How can such a thing be possible?
Well, it is a Larian game. What the heck? Complete, infiltrate, moon, rise out. Wait, what? Follow Ketheric. He's not in the battle anymore? I actually didn't see. Shar has punished Shadowheart by stripping her of all of her favors and exiling her from her church. Now all Sharons will view... Yeah, that's normal. Find the Night Song. We found the Night Song, but it isn't an artifact. It's a living, breathing woman who has been caged in Shadowvale. Yeah, but... Did she get kidnapped or did she get killed? Because I think she got killed. That looked like she got killed, didn't it? It did, right? That was what happened. She's not with us anymore. But the turn order... Oh, the turn order is still messed up. That's normal. That does happen. Where? Oh, he's gone! We have a Necromite here. Let's get you closer.
Ready.
95. Let's just go. That's reasonable. We'll probably not do much else. I could teleport. That's a level 2 spell slot. Just to kill that. It probably doesn't matter.
Time for a cull. Don't linger.
And, actually,
What's the plan?
Shadowheart, if you could perhaps kill one of these, and you can, then you end your turn. I can't do anything here. Target is too far, and I believe Astarion has the same problem. Yes. So we end the turns here.
Again?
And Jaheira's not in the party anymore, and she's turning into a panther. Alright. And we'll just wait. Oh, they're afraid.
On my way.
Sorry. Yeah, die. Alright.
That thing came from below. We need to find out where it took Ketheric.
We do. Jaheira, don't go. What's she doing? Jaheira.
The General will call that a tactical retreat, I'm sure. But you have him on the run. That thing he summoned was illithid. Follow it below and find him, before he has a chance to subdue the Night Song again.
Below? We're going to the Underdark again. Oh, wait a minute. We're potentially going into that area that we couldn't access when we went to the prisons. Don't you want to see how the story ends?
I certainly do.
Join me then.
You have numbers enough already, I think. You'll want a small force, if you are to finish this quickly. Good hunting.
Wait. Do you actually join me if I have not a small force? I can return. Hey. I can ask that again. Okay. Okay, so. Save the game here because things are about to happen. Let's go to camp. Let's say goodbye to Astarion.
Oh, darling, I'm hurt.
And now we go back. And see what she has to say. Come on, don't you want to see how this ends?
I certainly do.
Join me.
Lead and I follow, Commander.
And we have Jaheira in the party! We have freaking Jaheira in the party! Sylvan scimitar. Does she use scimitars? She does, well, that is, I think, her default weapon in the first game, but I usually end up giving her clubs instead. So instead of its dexterity modifier, the affected entity adds its spellcasting abilities to attack rolls. That is actually a great main hand weapon. That is fantastic. We have Jaheira in the party, and we are definitely bringing her. Okay, so who are we bringing, though? Because, of course, now we're going to need to respec her and level her up and all the things, just because I want to do that. But who are we bringing? Because we have the Heart of the Absolute situation, which... I don't know, if you would... This is called a Hollow Tower. I think we're going into the Heart of the Absolute. This looks very... That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So that's one thing. We need to bring Gale. We may want to bring Shadowheart, although she's kind of in a catatonic state right now a little. Yeah, I don't know that she would say anything. So yeah, we're not bringing Shadowheart. We are bringing, though, Will, because... Well, actually, I don't know if we should. Because we haven't covered... So we haven't found Maul, we haven't found Zevlor. And we haven't found the Grand Duke. But also, I think, trickily, because it doesn't show up over there, we haven't found Will's father. And all of them may be where we're going. Although, honestly, are they? I find it hard to believe, but I don't know. But that's our lead, so we're gonna bring Will back. So let's go back to camp. Let's say goodbye to Shadowheart.
For the best, perhaps. More difficult for me to ruin things if I just keep out of the way.
She doesn't even insist. She doesn't even ask for confirmation, which they usually do. I think always have done. But yeah, that's Shadowheart's state at the moment. And we say hello to Will.
That's the spirit.
Hell yeah. And now.
Do what must be done.
We will do what must be done.
Oakfather is the road.
Oakfather. I think it's just a Harper's situation. And now we'll talk to Withers over here.
Yes?
Ah, another. Thy name has been recorded. I shall be here in thy camp for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Yes, the services of resetting my class.
As thou desire.
So she's a druid. The game has removed all soundtracks. This is something we are going to be very interested in messing around with pretty soon. But we are not capable of choosing subclasses here, because that's not how this game does it, which is probably for the better, because it means that new players don't need to get into the weeds of the subclass of their class, which is a lot of fun doing it in tabletop. But tabletop, creating a character also is the sort of thing that can take you a day if you wanna mess around with things. So her abilities are gonna be wisdom. Wait a minute. We already have a druid in the party. That's Alcin. I was gonna say we already know what kind of how the druids work. I don't know what kind of she's definitely a fighter. I could make her more of a fighter and just sort of play her a little bit closer to how I play her I have played her in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, because I really very rarely switch to her wild shape. Like so. That way I can give her 1 point in dexterity and 1 point in wisdom, and then 2 points in wisdom with attribute shape changing things. And then in terms of skills, I would go with perception and survival most likely, because these are the ones that I use the most anyway, because, well, insight is nice as well. I think they roll insight sometimes to spot traps. I think it's perception usually. Oh, is it actually perception? Spot hidden details. Insight is spotting. I don't know. I'm always confused about that. DMs know, I don't. So, yeah, but it doesn't matter. It's the skills that I go with. And as for cantrips, I like guidance, and I will go with that. Project a puff of noxious gas. It doesn't say the damage, but I'll go with that. And there it is. Let's talk to Halsin, see what he says.
Oakfather preserve you.
Oh, it's me who says... Oh, she's off. All right.
Let us show them how it's done.
All right. So, her items. She has leather armor. That's unique to her as well, I think. Dark, messy stains line the armholes of the well-used leather breastplate. She has leather gloves. And Jaheira's boots, as well-traveled as any set of boots on Toril. And Jaheira's respectable clothes. They are respectable enough. Yeah, so let's remove all of that because we're not going to have that. But we may actually stick with the scimitars. We may have some better scimitars, but we'll see. It's nice. They're +1, and this one already has the Shillag effect anyway. This one does not add dexterity modifier or any modifier at all because it's offhand. That's just how those work. If I'm not mistaken, in damage, the results is the same thing. So let's level her up. Okay, Naked Jaheira time. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's better. I suppose it is better than Invisible Jaheira. That's fair enough. And she has subclass Circle of the Land. Circle of the Moon is where we went with Halsin, and Circle of the Spores. I think this may be the one that I go with. Hail of Spores. Unleash a cloud of necrotic spores upon a target. This uses a reaction, so other reactions won't trigger this turn. That's basically a bailout. It's a reaction, yeah. Wait, do I do that at will? I just do that. That's really cool. I can use my reaction at will, I think. Because it's a reaction action. Even though, you know what I mean. Symbiotic entity gains 8 temporary hit points and deals an additional 1d6 necrotic damage while you have them. Those temporary hit points. Cast Halo of Spores with double damage. Wow, that's cool. And Bone Chill is the cantrip, although... No, that's the free cantrip. And we got some wild shapes over here. Spider is interesting because it casts web. Does it? It says that in the webs, yeah. And we have wolf, cat. I don't remember what the cat is for. Oh, it can meow. Right. And we have wild shape. It is not. It's an action. So either you do it before combat, which is handy, or you need to give up one of your turns effectively to wild shape, which is fair enough. So let's prepare spells. Not that we need to, because we can change this at will. Next level. Little bit of health. Level 1 spell slot. Level 2 spell slots. 2 of them as well. A bunch of spells. We have blindness and detect thoughts, and we can prepare more spells. It doesn't matter because we choose later. More health. Another level 2 spell, most likely. Yeah, there we go. And we gained a cantrip. And we also gained a feat. And another action, the Deep Rothe. Cantrip, what will it be? Well, Shillalagh is always a nice one, just in case you need to use a special kind of weapon, I think. Well, a staff or a club. So, I could do that. Also, I could do a Thorn Whip. That may come in handy. I think it's going to come in handy faster than the Shillalagh will. And then for prepared spells, I'll just get myself entangled. It doesn't matter. For feats, we could give her Dual Wielder. You get a +1 bonus to armor class while wielding a melee weapon in each hand. You cannot dual wield heavy weapons, yeah. It's just +1 armor class, so I don't think that's worth it. That is effectively a +2 dexterity. Well, actually for us, it's effectively this. But now we also get +1 wisdom. Or +2, you know, because, you know what I mean. You know, right? You understand. Do you understand? Because, you know, this is +2. 10 is 0, 12 is +1, 14 is +2, and so on. Next up, we have a little bit of health. We have level 1 slot, level 3 slot. There we go. Wild Strike. You can make an additional attack after making an unarmed strike while in all wild shape. That's nice. I didn't get an extra attack, though, which is sad. We did get spells. Wait, what? These are free spells that are always prepared? Yeah, they are. Animate Dead and Gaseous Form. That's actually pretty awesome. And we've got a bunch of other spells that are also pretty awesome. Next up. A little bit of health. Level 3. It's usually how it is. Yep. And Panther, Owlbear, Fungal Infestation. Fungal Infestation charge. It uses 1. What is that? Recharges once per long rest. No. I don't think it recharges. Does it recharge? Point used to cast Fungal Infestation, raising a zombie from a humanoid or beast corpse. That's what Fungal Infestation is. Raise a mildewed, mold-encrusted zombie from a corpse. We may get a lot of corpses where we're going. I'm thinking. I am thinking that. Yeah, that's good. And prepare spells. Yep. Next up. What is that? Tell me. The hover doesn't work. Level 4, there we go. And we have spells over here. We have always prepared spells for Blight. Are they better versions? No, they're the same, I think. And Confusion, which is pretty good. And then over here, what do we have? We have Polymorph and Wall of Fire, actually. And I'll go with that. Just get Fairy Fire instead. We have a little bit of health. new feat, and another spell slot 4. So this is my prepared spells. We looked at that already, and the new feat is going to be this, so we can have maximum attack and damage. Level 9, the last level, because I don't think we leveled up, although we are close to leveling up. We have a knowledge prepared spell over here. They are, yeah. Cloud Kill. This, we have seen what it does. It's very nasty. The cloud heavily obscures everything inside. You can, it's poison. Wait, does poison? It doesn't set people poisoned though. And over here is contagion. I don't know how it works, and we can find out. I suppose it's always prepared. We have mass cure wounds. We may go with that. We may very well go with that. Wall of stone. Raise a wall of non-magical solid stones. Conjure elemental. Oh, because this is a conjure minor elemental. I'm gonna go with the elemental. Hopefully the elemental doesn't attack me. I don't think it's that kind of game. And now we have Jaheira in the party. I need to equip her. So let's take care of that. Okay, so everybody is mostly without anything. Oh, she doesn't have a torch. I'll take care of that in a little bit. I want to see if Jaheira, if I have any better scimitar for her. Yeah, she comes with... I do. So the only scimitar that I have is a normal scimitar, is the speedy reply. And that's unfortunate, because everything else... I don't really have scimitars. It's good that she comes with this, because it's cool, and I will keep it for her. I would like... Well, maybe when we get to level 12, we will give her the dual wielder, so she gets an extra armor class. But speaking of which, let's look at the armor she can wear. So I can give her the adamantine skill armor. That means that she will... It's good armor. It makes enemies real, and then she cannot be created. And also is green. I forgot. Yeah, the adamantine is sort of... Yeah, this was Karlach's armor. So that's a good look. I don't know if she's going to take the same place as Karlach in terms of damage dealer, or she's going to be casting spells. But let's worry about other people's weapons for right now. So let's see Gilladel here. I want to set up Gilladel to crit as often as possible. So for that I need this. Reduce the number you need to roll a critical hit while attacking, and it's just good. It doesn't need to be obscured or anything, but we will rely on that because we have that helmet that reduces while I'm obscured. That's the helmet I'm gonna wear. As for cloaks, look at how many cloaks we have. Fantastic. For me, I don't know, but this thing, when you poison a foe, heal yourself for 1d4. Is that good for her? I think so, right? It's only when you poison a foe, though. But there's a ring somewhere that allows you to, whenever you deal poison damage, you poison the foe, which is different than just dealing poison damage, if you understand what I mean. That's why, yeah. Maybe I'll get the armor class. It's not that bad, and saving throws are nice as well. What about armor? I'll stay with the UNT scale mail, because it grants initiative. Gloves. There we go, the poisoner's gloves. That's Jaheira's gloves right there. Whenever you deal poison damage, constitution saving throw, or become poisoned. Very nice. But my gloves, though. Oh, the flawed held dusk. Right. My weapon attacks deal an additional 1d4. That's what I was wearing, I think. So let's wear that. And I will now proceed to my boots. I'm gonna give the evasive shoes to Jaheira. I can actually just drag and drop them for that, for extra armor class, because will wear heavy armor, and in fact, I can just I think I know what he will wear. This is nice. Oh, actually, the helmet. Yeah, we'll worry about his armor in due time. Let's first focus on my boots. I will use these boots of striding so that I cannot be knocked prone while I'm concentrating and moved against my will. And it also gives me athletics. And as for amulets... Oh yeah, I found Gale's amulet. That is the one that adds spellcasting modifier to cantrips that deal fire damage and things. I also found my one, which is the amulet that Astarion was using that on crits can paralyze a wearer for 2 turns or paralyze the target, which is incredible, coupled with the thing that I can use to crit at will once per short rest. Is pretty awesome. Rings. Ooh, Ring of Arcane Synergy. That's for cantrips. We'll give it to Gale. Oh, the Ring of Mind Shielding. Right, that ring that protects me against whatever's gonna happen. Definitely always will wear it. I don't know if it's gonna matter, but the other ring. I'll get the Caustic Band instead of the Psychic Damage ring that I have worn for a little while whenever we're concentrating. So that's my equipment. It's all over here because we're messing around with things. Oh, my offhand. Right. Forgot about that. Well, the Shield of Devotion for extra spell slots is going for Gale. I could just get a normal shield. Advantage on perception checks. I will go with that for me. But also, I'm thinking I will get the Iron Bended Shield for Jaheira instead of the scimitars. Because that brings our armor class higher. I haven't looked at her helmet, actually. Ooh, found the hat that Gale wears. The one that grants him arcane acuity when he deals fire damage, because of the fire cantrip that I'm likely going to continue using. But for Jaheira, I'm going to wear the Diadem of Arcane Synergy. Because it means... Hide helmet, that's where we are, yeah. Although a diadem probably looks good. But because it means it applies extra damage to enemies who have her own poison. So that's pretty good. Or weapon damage specifically, that's pretty good. Next up, I need her ring, or her amulet, rather. I'm going to give her the reverberation thing whenever she deals damage with a ranged spell attack. For rings... Ooh, Ring of Mental Inhibition. I know I had Will do this, but she's going to be poisoning people left and right. At least I think so. So... Mental fatigue applies to everything, right? No, it's lower. It's a penalty to all the saving throws. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'll go with mental inhibition whenever they fail. They fail their saves against their poison. Ring of Elemental Infusion here. Whenever you deal elemental damage, basically, with your spells, your weapon gets infused, which is pretty sweet. I likely will go with that. I found Will's ring here, the one where he shapeshifts, because he's going to shift into a Githyanki, probably. But that's her. As for Will, yeah, he can just cast shapeshift as an action for free. So his weapon, maybe we want to change the pace, right? The halberds, and besides, yeah, the extra reach is a nice thing to have. When you make an attack roll as a reaction, you make it with advantage. So yeah, there's all manner of amazing things. +1 bonus to initiative rolls and advantage on perception ability checks. And it also adds 1d4 force damage. Yeah, he's going to wear that weapon. And we will be casting Bind Pact with him. And as for armor, well, we know what he wears in terms of armor because it's heavy. Let's go with the Adamantine Splint armor. Because the biggest advantage of this is actually that you cannot be critted. That's the biggest advantage. But the thing is, we also have a helmet that we can use that prevents us from getting critted. The thing is, I want to have him use this thing for arcane acuity whenever he deals damage with a weapon. So I will use that instead. As for escape, you gain 8 temporary hit points when you cast a spell in melee. I think that's what he was wearing before. We can switch him to this. There we go. And gloves. I'll go with Sword Master's gloves for the +1 bonus to melee attack rolls. Because he attacks 2.3 times per turn, so it's pretty good. For boots, I'll give him Giladel's old boots, because those are actually really good. Make him immune to being enwebbed and things. Yeah. Pretty good, pretty good. Next up. amulet. Ooh, I could give him spell slot restoration. That would make him truly an all-out fighter, because he just does everything he wants, and then he can restore his spell slots. Well, it's once per long rest, but still, short rests are really powerful for him. As for his other ring, I'll give him Crusher's Ring for +3 movement speed. He needs to move around a little bit more, because his ranged equipment is a little bit on the limited side of things. Or at least I think it will be. Let's see. Gale. Look at this staff over here. Bless grants 1d4 to saving throws, which is normal, I think. Let's actually check. So bless up to 3 creatures. They gain a 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws. But this one is an additional 1d4 to saving throws and weapon attack rolls. And then an additional 2d4 to spell attack rolls. That's immense. Is that a versatile weapon? Yes, it is. That is immense. And then on his shield, yeah, we came up with his shield already. That is just absurdly powerful. All right, for his clothing, I'll stick with his old one, I think, because it's really good. He doesn't get electrified that much, and honestly, I'm giving up on that because, yeah. I'll get the Cloak of Elemental Absorption. I'm not 100% sure it works for the next attack with spells, because it doesn't say that. It just says next attack. But yeah, as for gloves, I could give Gloves of Battle Mage's Power. It's always nice, granting Arcane Acuity. It's not something that we do very often with Gale, causing effects, but it's nice. And boots. I'm gonna give him the Boots of Apparent Death. We haven't used these, but they allow him to cast Feign Death, which I think he can cast anyway. But it may save us. It may save us, because if he dies... Oh, if he dies. Anyway, we have one of his rings selected already. Let's select the other one. Sunwalker's Gift, right? That ring that allows him to see, because he doesn't. And now we need to consider ranged weapons. Ooh, I could give her the Bow of Awareness, even though she can't use that with all the hit chance, because she's not proficient. She can still use it, it's not a problem. But it is the +1 bonus to initiative rolls that I particularly find interesting. For Will, you give him the Least Expected, which allows him to cast from the shadows, or shoot from the shadows. He's not going to do that very often. Alright, and I think that takes care of that. Let's just equip everything. And we will need you to do that. I can also cast Shapeshift into... It doesn't matter now, because I don't have anything for Githyanki on him. So let's make him a half-elf. We're done! Jaheira is part of the team.